here today inside Zellerbach Hall for Turning Point USA's final stop of their This is the Turning Point College Tour, where Rob Schneider and Frank Turek are slated to speak to more than 300 attendees, many of whom are donning the Make America Great hats being distributed in the lobby, about the current state of American affairs and the future of conservatism. The event was held on November 10, exactly 2 months after Turning Point's founder Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at Utah Valley University. When Turning Point announced in late September that they were resuming the tour, now rebranded the This is the Turning Point Tour, many within the Cal community, including protester Ryan Campbell, raised objections and concerns to UC Berkeley being the tour's final stop, arguing that Turning Point's rhetoric has normalized violence against marginalized communities.
I feel called to come here because in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death, I've just seen so much propaganda and honestly a huge rise of fascism and Christian nationalism, and it's scaring me.
Organizations like Turning Point are part of the fascist division of labor, trying to embolden and recruit college-age and younger bigots and fascists to support Trump's fascist program in America.
While we reached out to Turning Point's Berkeley chapter for comment and received no response, other tour attendees praised the group's presence, believing it's important to platform conservative voices, especially in historically liberal strongholds like Berkeley.
I think this is a turning revolution, no question, especially for the younger folk. And I'm looking for a good conservative family, and this seems to be a good conservative family to be a part of. You know, there's a little hostility outside I hear, and it doesn't matter to me. You know, my belief is what my belief is.
I was moved by Charlie Kirk's death, and I wanted to get involved and not be scared to speak up for what I stand for.
Throughout the night, protesters pushed back against UCPD, riot police, and other law enforcement agencies. We witnessed at least 2 protesters being apprehended by police, and on Tuesday, the Department of Justice announced that they would be investigating the incidents. Spokesperson Dan Mogulof said late Tuesday afternoon that, quote, the university intends to fully cooperate with and assist any federal investigation, and that UC Berkeley will take all appropriate steps to safeguard the rights of every member of our community to speak and assemble freely. Amid the protest clashes happening outside Zellerbach, the guest speakers inside all preached Christian values and spoke of a Western civilization in desperate need of saving.
You know, Berkeley's famous for free speech and rights, and there's too much injustice out there, yet many of the people outside of this room protesting are atheists. Do you know there's no way to justify good or evil unless God exists? Otherwise, it's just your opinion. Everything's just your opinion.
Western civilization is under attack. Western Europe is bringing in people that hate them, and they're bringing them into their culture that they hate. And as Charlie Kirk said, if you do not assimilate, it is an invasion.
Regarding the disruptions that Turning Point's presence had on campus operations, what with several classes being canceled, buildings like the MLK Student Center being closed, and numerous campus resources being shut down early on Monday, spokesperson Dan Mogulof said, quote, UC Berkeley always works to support the rights and ability of all speakers to participate in events hosted by student organizations without regard for their beliefs and perspectives. Regardless, many on campus remained discontent with the accommodations Turning Point received and reaffirmed their commitment to making UC Berkeley a place where hateful speech cannot thrive.
A random person came up and saw my pro-gay rights shirt and said gay people should not be grooming kids, implying that we're pedophiles. That's the kind of hate and bigotry and bull that Turning Point coming to this campus and getting the full support and sponsorship and hundreds of thousands of dollars of security by this administration is fostering, and we're not going to accept that.
Reporting for CalTV News, this has been Bella Liu and Krishna Sam.